Most businesses are really trying to find ways to bring innovation that can create a positive ROI for those businesses. So our ownership saw a real opportunity to expand into the robotic field. My name is Greg Staley. I'm general manager of eProbot. We're a robotic solution provider here in Canada. We import our robots from Asia. So we primarily focus in restaurants, hotels, senior living, warehousing spaces, and especially coming out of COVID, there's a lot of labor issues that restaurants specifically face across the country. Being able to provide a robotic solution helps those restaurants not only stay in business, but offer better service, upsell and drive more revenue, and actually bring more customers to their shops wanting to see the innovations that they've implemented. So when we talk about our company's workflow specifically, our customers are coast to coast in Canada and even going into the US. We also have showrooms in Edmonton and Vancouver so that our clients can come and see the robots before they even decide to purchase one. But in order to do this, we actually had to create more of a hybrid type of situation. Most of our reps and business people are home-based, and they really only come into the office when need be. Once you put people in place, the next hardest thing to do is how do you track those people? How do you understand what they're doing? How do you communicate with those people? And actually, how do you train those people? Because again, unless you're bringing everybody into a central location, which gets really expensive if you're starting to fly people into your main office for training. So we found a way to be able to train our staff, track our staff, communicate with our staff in a very effective way. And that way is Zoho. So before we actually signed up for Zoho, we actually tested a number of different applications, CRM applications, mail applications. Some of them we found that were a little bit too clunky in the way that they work, so not as smooth as Zoho. Some were substantially more expensive. Zoho was actually, for the value and for what you get with Zoho, the price is actually very fair. So Zoho is really coming quite handy, helping us to be able to add people into our Zoho account very, very quickly. So Zoho has been very, very smooth for us to transition into. It's very easy to teach our team to use. If somebody new comes along, they're introduced into the Zoho. We set them up with training. So once they go through the training, then they graduate. Once they graduate, they're able to begin selling. In most businesses, you tend to send out a lot of emails. And when you do that, if you just start actually cutting and pasting everybody's email on there, you're going to get caught with spamming. You're going to end up in junk folders and you're going to have problems getting to your buyers. So there are ways through Zoho Mail to send out mass messages without being tagged as a spammer. For me personally, one of the things I love about Zoho is the fact that I can save myself a lot of time. As an executive, the most important thing we can do is find ways to save ourselves time. Templates for me save a lot of time because instead of rewriting an email 1,000 times, I can just click on the template that applies, put the email and send it. Even to set tasks, I can set up tasks that I want to be set for myself or my team. We can schedule those tasks and make sure our people acknowledge that they have to do those tasks. And then we use scheduling, of course. Scheduling is very, very important for me specifically because I schedule most of our techs to do most of the different things and jobs that they have to go to. And they're all easy to use and they're all interwoven. So it's very easy to go from one element to the next. Zoho's really helped our business to look like a united company. When we first started, a lot of our independent agents would use their own email addresses. And the part about that is it doesn't show continuity amongst all of our team. Now we have one uniform look across the board for everybody. The Zoho mobile app for me is fantastic. All of our people have this app on their phone as well. I can respond quickly and then I can voice text to the app and it'll send the message for you. So very, very hands-free and very, very convenient. The flexibility of Zoho is I can do it in my car. I can do it in a hotel room. I can do it wherever I happen to be. And I do travel a lot for the company. So quite often I'm accessing Zoho from somewhere else other than my office or my home. We're always learning new skills in Zoho. We are using the WorkDrive as well. Before that, we were using random Google Sheets and we were like tracking things offline. So we're starting to put more of our marketing assets, more of our priorities, within the WorkDrive. So this is going to be our hub where we keep all of our training. We're going to keep all of our marketing assets. We're going to keep all of the things that are critical for us to run our business on a daily basis, but we'll have quick and easy access to them. I don't spend an awful lot of time going in and looking at the matrix of our Zoho, but what is important to me is the amount of emails that actually go through. So I'm not interested in random spamming, but if we do send an email, we need to know it goes through. We need to know that the recipient's going to receive it and it's not going to go to their trash or junk mail, which does happen with a lot of companies that don't use a proper provider, such as Zoho. So I can actually go on to the analytics. I can actually see by their usage if they're even going on Zoho, if they're checking their mail, and or if they're actually going to be following up with the different emails that we would want them to. Security is obviously very important, and more times than not, as we all know, people get hacked through their other social media apps, which impacts their overall computer. So with the Zoho program, we feel very comfortable that our information is being kept secure at all times, which is one of the most critical things. We don't want our competition knowing what we're doing, but we also want to keep our books private. Support team has been wonderful for us. When we do reach out, we do get help, usually immediately. So Zoho is very, very responsive, very, very quick to help us out when we do have questions or problems. I would recommend Zoho.